It's unbelievable. These animals have feelings, and when these animals are terribly injured, they're hit by cars, they're burned, they're trying to seek solace wherever they can, it really is heartbreaking to watch.
The bushfires that we're seeing at the moment are unlike anything in Australia's history, and they're some of the biggest in the world. With the devastation that we've seen with wildlife and with habitat, we're really just doing our best here, away from the fires. We're completely safe, but we're trying to take in as many species as possible.
No, it's been very dramatic. So
Yeah.
our average number intake has more than doubled, and we're getting an influx of huge numbers of animals.
And that number's definitely rising really quickly, with everything from fruit bats, which we've seen hundreds coming in, koalas, of course, which have been heavily affected, all kinds of different animals. Yeah, there's a lot of other injuries that we're seeing. It's not just the burns and the smoke inhalation and those direct fire-related injuries, but also animals that are trying to escape the fires. That causes a whole new set of injuries and problems. Part of the reason why the numbers are so high is because animals are just displaced. And then also, from a conservation and environmental point of view, after these fires are through, hopefully soon, it's just going to continue. I mean, all this habitat's been lost. When you see just the devastation from all across the country, it's really quite overwhelming. But then when you get those individual animals in, like the koalas, like these little flying foxes, and you can kind of put a face to it, it's really puts it into perspective, and it's really makes it even more devastating, because you realize that 500 million animals, that's 500 million little lives just like these guys, and it's just such a heartbreaking situation.
As the animals come out of the forest seeking help, they just walk right up to firefighters, and the firefighters are giving them water, and they're ending up with animals climbing up on them trying to seek refuge. And it's just heartbreaking watching these heroic firefighters also trying to save wildlife. We're very fortunate in that we also have Australia Zoo, and taking animals from the wild that need to be bred up and released in a safe place again is part of our commitment. And we won't know until long after the fires are out just how many reptiles, birds, endangered frog species have been affected. But if we can save them, once the dust has settled, we will certainly do our level best to bring animals' numbers back.
Everyone can definitely help with this really seemingly kind of insurmountable situation that we have. If we all come together and all do our part, we can definitely make positive change. For people who feel kind of helpless, what can I do? Really just donate to all of the different firefighting organisations that need your help. And also, I mean, if you want to donate to us, to the wildlife work that we're doing, wildlifewarriors.org, you can head there.
I want to say thank you. The donations have come in so well. We're building a new fruit bat facility to treat bats, a facility for when they're going to be released back into the wild, and now we're building a new facility for koalas as well, because we've seen so many come in and the burn victims need long-term care. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. We couldn't do it without you. It's important to know that this is not an isolated incident. It's not that we're going to have severe fires this year, we'll get through it, and then we'll all be fine. This is the new normal, and that's kind of something that, you know, no one's really wanting to face up to at this point. But the weather, temperature increases are affecting everything. So these fires are bringing us all together, and let's take something that is so tragic and so horrible and try to work together to make some positive change, to be there for each other, and to look at what we can each do to start making change so that this isn't the new normal.
It's going to take every single person to try and make a difference and hopefully have a better world for my generation and the generations far beyond me.